Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? Today's video I'm going to share with you guys how to create those two cards by using your homemade stencil. So in my last video I upload some free digital file for you guys. So if you own a digital die cut machine, you can just download those digital file and then you can create your own stencil. And but I did receive a few of the messages and you were mentioning we don't have digital die cut machines, so what are we going to do? So in today's video I'm going to give you another idea. There's always other way to create a stencil, so hopefully you can give it a try. So if you haven't got a chance to check my last video, this was the last video, and the free digital die cut is that maple leaf, and then is fall is here. So I think it's perfect to create the card like that. And the next Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving, so wish all the Canadian crafters have a wonderful Thanksgiving. So and then you still have some time to create some Thanksgiving card. So that's the one, and we're gonna go create this one. So let's talk about the stencil. You can create your own stencil. So the digital file is this big maple leaf is a PNG file, so you can use your digital program. I use a Cricut because I just found out it's very easy to use, and then you can create any kind of stencil. The price is so reasonable. And what I'm going to explain what did I use to create my own stencil. Of course you can use the paper. So when you have that digital image, you can kind of create all different kind of pattern. So I'm not sure you guys want to know how the process of how to create the stencil. If you do, I think I did create a few of the YouTube video before, but if you like to know a little bit more how I create all the stencil that I use in my video, leave me a comment below, and I will definitely create a video to show you guys how to start from the beginning. And then looks like you guys like those free digital die cut image, and because I have a lot of download, and I'm so happy to see you guys to download those image. And if you guys did use this image, make sure you send me an email, let me know, and share your card project with me if you are on the Facebook, and then you can post on the Local King Rubber Stamp Facebook page, so that way I can see what you guys to do with all the image, and I'll be so happy to see that. So that's the first one, and then we are going to create some stencils. And I'm going to explain to you, if you don't have a digital file or digital die cut machine, what are you going to do? So first of all, you can use a paper. You don't have to use a very thick cardstock. Actually 65 pounds cardstock is perfect to create the stencil. So this is just a very inexpensive cardstock and some scrap paper I used to create the stencil to create this one. Okay, but once when I create a stencil, I want to use it again. Like this one, I use the orange, like a warm color. But later I want to use a green color. But when I rub the color on top, maybe this orange color will blend in with the new color. So well, you can use a flip on your other side, but that way you get a two chance, right? So that's why I found out some other material that we can use. The best material that I found out, and the most inexpensive one, is the laminated sheet. And the laminated sheet is so easy to cut. I did order some Myra, the one that the industrial stencil made of, and but they are a little bit more pricey. I think 10 by 10 sheets, each one probably like $2 to $3. But I found out this laminated sheet, and it's so easy to get, and then you only need to use a half sheet of a laminated sheet. And I have been using create a lot of video by using a laminated sheet, so which is perfect. So this is the 5mm laminated sheet. I would suggest you, if you want to use the laminate sheet to create your stencil, it's better use a little bit thicker one. So I'm going to explain you why. So I do have something, this is 3 mil. So 3 mil is very, very thin, and I found out sometimes it's kind of hard to handle. See, it's like a paper thing, it's like too thin. So, and then I found out the 5 mil one is a perfect. I don't know, do they have a 7 mil laminator sheet or not, but I found out the 5, you can see the difference. The flexibility, like this is just too soft, and this is just perfect. But I compare with the stencil, industrial stencil, is still a little bit thinner, but it does the job. And then 100 sheets of 5 mil laminated sheet is only $30 Canadian, so probably like 25 US, or cheaper than, well, excuse my math, it's horrible, but you get the idea. So $30 Canadian, you get 100 sheets, and then we only use a half sheet to create the stencil. So that's like a 200 sheet, and then imagine how many stencil you can create by a box of laminated sheets, and then you can use it for a lot of other different kind of stuff. And then I do have, and then the best part is because they are kind of seeing through, and then they are easy to clean. So unless you use alcohol or permanent marker or impact, they can be wiped off with just a wet cloth. I did using some other material is a transparent sheet, but the transparent sheet, those are kind of projector sheet, I found that it's a little bit hard to cut. So for the 5 mil, half sheet of a 5 mil laminated sheet, when you use your machine, you just use the 80 pounds cardstock. Only one cut, they will cut it through. So just testing your machine, but my machine, the setting is 80-pound cardstock, and then it just cut perfectly. Okay, so I created a few. So that's my stencil, some different size, the large maple leaf, and then the positive die cut, this die cut, keep it because I want to share with you the other way to create, like using your stencil, then both negative and the positive side. Okay, so that's things about the stencil. And then I know probably you guys are gonna say we don't have a die cut machine, so we cannot do this. What are we gonna do? Here is what you're gonna do. You can, I'm sure you have some die cut, right? If you don't have that maple leaf, I'm sure if you can find some this kind of maple die cut, like at least a metal die cut, you can do it too. So, and then you say, I don't have a maple leaf too. You definitely have a circle. So just instead of maple leaf shape, and you just use a circle, or use what you have to create the stencil. I have been mentioning in all my video, I am just share with you the technique. Try to be flexible, use what you have. Okay, so that's one more thing. And then, or what you can do is you can use your own stamp and die cut. Use your own die cut to create a stencil. For example, I have my maple leaf. Hello? Where did my maple leaf go? Okay, my maple leaf. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you use your die cut, just looking for the shape. So I think this maple leaf, I have been using this one a lot. So we can use the maple leaf to create a stencil too. So just the idea, right? Where did and then once when you create your stencil, you can use a heavy book, yellow page. Well, there's no yellow page anymore. You can use it like a dictionary. There's no dictionary anymore. Everybody uses your phone. You can use something heavy, a book. I'm sure everybody still have a book. to storage all your already made stencil. So same thing, use the half sheet of your laminator, and then actually I'm gonna do one to share with you, like to show you guys is absolutely do. Okay, and here is another great technique. It's going to help you to make your homemade stencil much easier and smoother. So first we're going to use a half of a stencil and make sure it doesn't really matter, but I just like the touch of the stencil. I like to keep the shining side up. Okay, and then I'm going to put my die cut on top. But before you put on top, let me actually clean my table here. You can see a little bit better. You can, if you use a paper, just create one stencil, and then that's it. You're not planning to reuse again. You just use the paper. But if you want to use your stencil again, you want to use the acetate. So here is what you're gonna do. You are actually going to grab you can use like regular scrap paper, or just use this parchment paper, or you can use like wax paper, which you have a handy, you just use it. And then here is my acetate sheet. You are going to put the parchment paper on the top and on the bottom. It doesn't make a difference if you cut through directly through the acetate sheet. It will do it, but I just found out it take a while to pop out your die cut. So try this one. You are going to put the parchment sheet under and the parchment sheet on top. You can also just use a regular scrap paper. And then you're going to put your die cut on top. When you want to create your own stencil, you cannot use a very complicated image. As simple as you can. Like this one, it will work, but it takes a lot of time to pop out to get a clean cut. If you want to cut the paper, you won't have a problem, but if you want to cut down the material like acetate or projector sheet, you probably going to have a little bit issue. So remember, you need both sheet. Just put your laminate sheet between and the both sheet here, and then try to put your image in the middle. The reason is you want to put your image in the middle because when you kind of blending, sometimes you didn't pay attention, you go over your stencil, and this is what happened, but that's okay. So because I always try to hide my boo-boo, so oops happened. Okay, and I'm going to run to the machine, die cut it, and then try to, here's something else. When you put you can place, it doesn't make any difference if you place the tape on top. The tape on top of parchment, right? So try to, okay, if you can, try to put your die cut close to the right side or left side. Okay, not too much because we don't want your image is like close to the edge. But I found out when I use my machine, I found out if we put on the right or on the left, they cut a little bit better. And then once when you run to the machine, try to do few times. Okay, let's see, do we get a clean cut or not? So first of all, take it back. You see all the clean line? Okay, see, there you go. Ta-da! It does make a difference when you put that parchment sheets front and the back. In the beginning, I only put under, and then it doesn't have this clean cut. So if you put the parchment paper on the top, this one I don't think so we need any more. So it doesn't make a difference. You give a try and then try with it and without it, and you will see the difference. So that's just pop all those stuff out. And then we're going to do one more time. Somewhere or rotate somewhere. Oh, one is enough. So you get the idea, right? So we have this maple leaf stencil created by using your own die cut. Okay, so that's one other way. So same thing if you want to use any other die cut like a circle, maple leaf, the metal die on your laminated sheet, make sure you put the parchment paper front and the back. And your die cut is let's just make sure we get what we get it. So you put your parchment paper under your laminate sheet, put your die cut, and sandwich your laminated sheet and then put your die cut on top of the parchment sheet. The reason is because if you put your die cut directly on the laminated sheet, because it's a material and it's plastic, it's going to stuck on your die cut. It doesn't really release it. But because the parchment paper is very, very thin, and when you put your die cut on top, they kind of create that kind of resist. So when that way, they will pop out just 1, 2, 3. You give a try, and you will understand what I'm trying to say. So hoping that makes sense, and I think this is a really, really good tip. And then, see, I learned why when I create a video. So that's how you create your homemade stencil. So you don't have to have a digital die cut machine, and then you can enjoy to create your own homemade stencil. I hope you like the idea, and that's move on. Okay, so those two other projects we're going to work today, but before we start making the car, I actually have a great news for you. First, the whole online, we're doing our full promotion. The whole online store is 30% off. And for my YouTube viewer, you always get at least a 5% extra discount. And please use Happy Fall 5, and then you will get a 35% discount in total. This is going to running until October 19th. And then another thing is with on the order over $200, you will get a set of a magic mushroom for free. And then free shipping for that magic mushroom too. Usually the shipping costs like $15. So that's a great promotion, but there is more. So I am going to use our Mr. Dress Up to make this card. This Mr. Dress Up is very cute. Okay, so you get 4 different kind of costume and balloon and this yarn. And then also we have this Foxy, the stem, and that which one I'm going to use, this one, and the maple leaf one. So those are the 3 sets I'm using for my following few video. I'm going to offer a very, very good discount. Basically, you are going to buy the stamp, the die cut set for $24.99, and you get this stamp set for free. So this stamp set is $17.99, and the shipping is usually $3. So you actually pay $24.99, you get $20 for free. So it's a really good deal. And then those are the 3 sets. Make sure you check under this week or this month's special category. And those 3 sets, they are not part of a 35% promotion. So it's $24.99, and you will get the die cut, and you will get a stamp set for free. And usually a stamp set is the shipping is like $3. So $17.99 plus $3 is $20.99. So you pay $24.99 and get this one for free. But you do have to pay the shipping for this one. So that's almost like a 45% off. So that's our this month, this week's special. And then, like I say, I'm semi-retired. I have a lot of inventory. It's better to sell cheap to you guys. You can have it land they setting at my warehouse. So that's something new for this month. These 3 sets. If you don't have it, I think the price is awesome. $24.99 and the free stamp set, and the free stamp set, free shipping on the free stamp set. But do note you have to pay $3 for the shipping fee for that one. So that's a really good deal. Okay, and then the other things is our stamping cruise. Local King Rubber Stamps number 6 stamping cruise is leaving from Tampa in February 13 to February 18, right after Winter Stampfest show. So we only have a 30 spot for the crafter. If you're coming with your partner, your husband, your boyfriend, they don't have to be part of our onboard activity. You know what? The price is so good. For the inside cabin, is only $239, port fee include. So you only have to pay the tax is $104 per person. So that's under $400 for 5-night Caribbean cruise. We are going to have two classes on board, and the 2 make and take. Total of the 8 project. You don't have to bring anything. So I launched this video yesterday. I think I already have 6 people sign up for the cruise. The spot is limited, and I only take 30 people because I want to keep all the crafter in the one room, so that way I don't have to separate like before. I have to run one class in the morning, one class afternoon, and I don't get time to hang out with you guys. So it's going to be so much fun. 30 crazy, funny crafter ladies and gentlemen. We do have a gentleman, Mary and Steve, counting on you, hoping you can join us. So it's going to be so much fun, and we are going to have a craft room 24 hours, so you don't have to bring all your craft tool on board. I will provide all the stuff you need for the class. But if you want to working on some project of your own, you do have to bring your own stuff for yourself. So the craft room will be open, and I'm going to hanging around. It's all about fun, so we can chatty, we can talk about our crafting life, and we can share all the stuff. Plus, we are not going to have the store on the cruise, but if you have been traveling with me, you know I will offer a very, very good deal, plus free shipping for everything you order on cruise, and we will send it to you, so that way you don't have to worry about the carrying with you. So that's one more thing, and then plus there's one goodie bag for everybody. So you probably will get something very good, but I'm still working on that. And I'm working on some new background stamp, and probably you guys are going to use or brand new stamps on board. So we will see. I'm still working on those kind of stuff. Okay, so a lot of talking. Let's get into today's project. Today's project is actually so easy. First, I already show you guys how to use how to create your own stencil, right? And then now we are going to use the stencil. This is our next project. So we're going to use our stencil to create these 2 cards. So it's just the idea you can put anything in front of this project. And then this autumn set is a very, very useful set. You change the color, change the looking. They can make a fall card, they can make a spring card. Like I say, I'm semi-retired. Once when this item is out, it is out. They are rubber stamp, and then our die cut is so detailed. They are right next to the cutting image. Okay, so this one I talked about it before. Is I got it from the Staple a while ago. It's a piece of glass, and then they come with a piece of metal in the back. So which is awesome to hold our very thin stencil. I am going to use the cardstock, and then I found out this Michael's 100-pound recollection cardstock is inexpensive, and it is also work very well. It's very smooth, and you can blend. I like to use the Canson 130 pounds cardstock, but the only thing I found out is because the surface is a little bit textured. When I want to stamp the image, I don't get a very clean image. So if you have a scanner or a laser printer, the best thing is you stamp your image on the like a smooth cardstock, and you scan it and you printing on the cardstock. That give you the best image, and then also they don't smear when you use alcohol markers. But I know a lot of you guys don't have those kind of machine, and which I don't have it because after I move, I actually return my lease printer. So I'm like you, I don't have any printer anymore, so I just use my Memento Impact and the stamping on the regular, the recollection 100 pounds cardstock, and then let it set overnight to make sure they're completely dry, and then we can do the coloring. So for our base card, we are going to just use the recollection 100 pounds cardstock. They are 5x7, and then we are going to just grab my first stencil. Okay, so I have 2 stencil here. One is on the 3 mil, see, very thin. One is on the 5 mil, so they are work much better. So next time when I cut my stencil, or when you want to set on your machine, I will do a little bit bigger just in case, because we don't want the place that we don't want to color accidentally pick up some color. So I got this little magnet, and it's very strong, so kind of just put the few on top to secure. Actually, see, it's actually very secure. You can use any kind of magnet, but just find out this platform work well. Okay, for the magic mushroom, and you can use any kind of blending tool you like. They all work. Any tool work is the good tool. If you have the budget, those magic mushroom is awesome. And probably you guys are going to get a free magic mushroom on board. Probably a set of a 24 colors marker set too, because you are actually going to use your own mushroom and markers to do your onboard project. So I think basically the onboard activity is free because I am going to provide you a lot of nice stuff that you can take home with you. So make sure you click the link below for all the information. I think the price, I think if you want to get a balcony, is the 365 balcony. That's awesome. Okay, remember your magic mushroom, you got to make sure they are ready before you use it, and then make sure. I kind of find out recently, Vancouver has been so dry for the past few weeks. We don't have a rain. We don't have any green grass anymore. It's like a golden carpet. They say it's a golden carpet. And then, or then it's actually have no water. It's really, I'm getting worried about this earth because the nature disaster, and I hope all my Florida friends, they are safe after this Ian, and the east of Canada is a hurricane, and then wildfire, everything. It's kind of just getting a bit too depressing, and a few deaths happen around my friend's family. We need to cheer up a little bit. Life is just so short and so fragile. You don't know what's gonna happen to you tomorrow. So try to enjoy, have fun. If you can afford to have something make you happy, go for it. If you can, use what you have. To be have fun doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. There is a lot of things that you can do is doesn't cost you money. For example, you probably have a lot of stamps already. Use it. For example, watch my video, make you happy too. Okay, so here is the water, and just make sure you make your magic mushroom ready before you go. Not before you go where? Before you use it. And then the magic mushroom, it need to be moisture, but it cannot be wet. If they are wet, they don't pick up the color. If they are dry, they don't blend in well. So that's our magic mushroom. And then we are going to make the first card. The first card is very easy. There is too many different way to do. So I am going to just we're going to just try to keep it simple. I'm going to add a little bit green. How's that? Because I kind of missing or green grass like this. Okay, and then we are actually going to start with the green first, or you can start with the yellow. So I'm going to just gently pick up a little bit green, and always testing a little bit. Okay, magic mushroom is awesome. I wish you guys can get a hands on, because they are so easy to color, but it does have some trick to be able to get the most smooth blending. So I'm going to just pick up some, and you can use any dye-based impact. Do not use the alcohol impact. They don't have alcohol, sorry, alcohol ink, because they are going to permanently stain your magic mushroom. Okay, and then when you start to apply the color, you always start with a little bit first. Okay, if it's not enough, we add more. You don't want to make it too dark, and then we cannot turn back. So gently tap, and then we always start from the, let me see the focus. Okay. Sorry, haven't recorded a video for a while. Kind of forget how to set my camera. So now it's good, right? Still very sausage finger is actually getting bigger and bigger. I guess I'm having a very good time of my life, so I would kind of actually eat a lot of things I shouldn't, but life is short, enjoy it. you know, it's very funny because my husband is a very like a healthy activity guy, and then he always watch what I'm eating, and then I say, well, life is short, let me eat what I like, you know, anything I like. And then he said, yeah, if you do that, it's going to be shorter. Well, he's right, but well, don't kill yourself, try to have fun, go have cheesecake, but just one. Okay, so we're going to just gently tapping and then start from the corner. When you hit hard, it's darker. When you release a little bit, it's lighter. So we are going to just tapping, but we can rubbing too. So gently, we're going to try to hide that stroke as much as we can. Okay, and then we're going to do another one. Going to just gently rubbing it. Okay, and again, gently. So if you just want to use one color, I think that's very pretty already. And here is something else. So I'm rubbing it, right? And then you can see on my acetate is it have some green over there. Even now I am going to pick up the orange. I'm going to use my orange magic mushroom to rubbing it. The orange magic mushroom is going to pick up those green. So it probably going to make my maple leaf kind of dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just use my green magic mushroom. Okay, I kind of use my wet cloth, kind of pick up the extra ink, and then I kind of just want to pick up that extra ink on my acetate. And then see, it's very sturdy. You can do a circling, and then it's not moving because my magnet is still holding. Okay, that's good. And we are going to use our orange. Okay, same thing, not too wet. And then we're going to do that. Don't use your red yet. We're going to do light, medium, dark. Start from the green, a little bit orange, and then we turn to the red. If you do the green and red, because the green and red are contrasting color and they mix together, is going to make it dirty. So again, we are going to pick up, and then I think mine is not wet enough. I'm going to use the orange. That one I forgot to moisture. Okay, so again, gently. Okay, gently rubbing it. Okay, not too wet. Okay, again, gently tapping, rubbing. Don't start like right on top of your cutting image because it's going to leave one like this mark. We want to gently blending with that green, gently circling. I know you know probably this car project is very simple, too easy, but I think I'm trying to explain all my blending tip. Hoping you guys don't find this boring because I'm really trying to share all my tips with you. Okay, and then you're gonna slowly build it out like this orange part. If you want it darker, you are going to go back and slowly build it out. Don't try to start very very dark and give a very very strong color, and then that's I think this just gently blending. Sometimes you can use it like a side of a magic mushroom. Okay, and then again I'm going to use my dry cloth, kind of clean the tip of this magic mushroom, and then try to pick up that extra ink. Okay, and then now I'm going to move to the red. You will find that, see my yellow magic mushroom, I forgot to moisture it. It actually doesn't blend in well. And then we're going to use the red one. You touch it, if you feel that moisture, that's ready to go. Okay, again, we're going to use the red, and then start a corner first. You can gently bring it in. Okay. Like this. Like this. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 11:30 already. Okay. Like this. Ta-da! Okay, and again, we are going to kind of brush that extra ink. Okay, and then we are going to try to keep your finger clean. Okay, we're going to remove your stencil. See how pretty it is. And then before we're working on the next step, we are actually going to clean your stencil. It's a very easy clean. You kind of just wipe off. Or what you can do is you can find out one of your magic mushroom, usually like the black one. We don't really use it. Or just clean one of your magic mushroom, wipe it, and then you can use this stencil again. Okay, so now clean my table, and then I don't need this one anymore. So I think it's a good thing. You can check it out. If you can't find it, find a piece of metal, any metal, the magnet will stick. Okay, it's almost done, and then we're going to put our background. King from Alaska say, Lisa, your stamp is too dirty. Yeah, I'm agree with you. This is too dirty. You need to clean. I still have a lot of things to do. Oh my God, I still have a lot of boxes I haven't opened it. I don't know. It's just I'm just waiting for a perfect time to clean my room. Okay, so I use these words and I put the arrow here. Make sure I don't get upside down image. Here, put a little bit. And then I'm going to put my card here, and I only use my finger to kind of rubbing the middle part. I only want a little bit. Look how pretty it is, right? And then we're going to, where's my fox? So I already pre-stamped some fox because I kind of need the time to dry. If I can find it. Where's my fox? Hello? Oh, here. So I use this version 5 clear, and then it's perfect. So I'm not going to cut my fox out, so I'm going to just stamp directly on top. But I'm going to cut this little guy. Okay, let me grab my fox stamp. Okay, so actually, this Foxy stamp set, they have this Mama Foxy with 3 little guys. So I'm going to just use this one. Okay, make sure they are horizontal, and then I'm going to just ink. Because this paper is very smooth, so you don't have to worry about it. And then this ink is juicy enough to give you a nice stamp image. So, but you can use anything you like. And I'm going to just click here and see, make sure my acrylic block is parallel. Okay, and give a nice firm press. And I hope the oops doesn't happen. Okay, like this. Ta-da! Nice. And then I already pre-stamped this one, and I'm going to just use my guiding window. See, once when you create a guiding window, you don't need the like this, and then tape it and run to the machine. Okay, so I have these little guys here ready. I am going to just do a little bit decorate here. Okay, so it's something very fast, simple card, and like I say, you can use your die cut to create a stencil. This is one great example too. You can use that too. And then the last things is about our 3D eyeball. You can see my fox kind of have a red eyes, not because he did a red eyes fly. That's because my color is kind of bleed. So how to prevent that? This one, this eye, the mama's eyes, under the mama's eyes, still have a little bit orange, right? So what I'm gonna do is you are going to put a very thin layer first and wait until it dry, And after it dry, you can do one more layer to make a more 3D. But I don't think so it's going to affect this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to don't shake, kind of just shake like this, don't shake like that. So kind of just bring those glue, and then you can kind of follow the eye shape. It doesn't have, don't shake. If you shake, you get a bubble, which I think I get some bubble. That's poke. Do I have a bubble? That's a little bit, that's okay. So you can kind of use the poking tool to make the eye shape the way you like. And then take a look at the picture of my fox eye. So what I'm going to do is just grab a piece, or maybe just a quarter block. Just put a little bit tiny block here. If you haven't checked my 3D eyeball video, you should check it out. It's an awesome video. And I just use my poking tool. Okay. And then what's the eye shape? The eye shape is a kind of very thin line. There you go. And then like this. Oh, need more. Kind of just there you go. Very foxy looking. And then the nose, let's give it a little bit on the nose. Okay, like I say, if you don't like the shape, you can use the poking tool, kind of just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to put, I'm supposed to do this first before I, what is it? Life is beautiful. I think pretty soon all the rubber stamp is going to be retired. And then the clear stamp is going to take over. Okay, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Where is the life is beautiful? Life is beautiful. Where is the life is beautiful here? Just double check, make sure I have a nice hook. Okay. Make sure your ink is kind of very, I think here is good. Life is beautiful here. Voila. Be careful, your eyeball is still wet. So that's the first card. Okay, I think this video is a little bit too long because I talk too much. I am going to create another video by using this one. This one, just a little bit preview. What I did is I used stencil, and then I am using the positive and the negative part to create the background like that. So you can see some of the maple leaf, you have a maple leaf or like a white shape, and some of this is solar image. So I like to keep my video a little bit shorter. So that's the first one. Okay, I already did the two. And I really have to clean my table. It's can't find anything. Okay, so that's the first video. You haven't got a chance to watch it. It's video number 339, and this one is 340, and the next one coming soon. This one and this one, and then local kings stamps. Once I have been using the same stamp set to create all kind of video. So I will continue to do that. It doesn't mean it's, oh, okay, I do the promotion, I sold all my stamp, and then that's it, goodbye, you never see me anymore. No, if you visit Local King Rubber Stamps online video, you can find that I have using the stamp to create all different kind of project. That's a fun part of the rubber stamping. So make sure you check this month's special. Remember, buy the die cut, get a stamp set for free. So that's a more than 45% discount. So there's three sets: the Foxy, the Autumn, and the Mr. Dress Up. And the ones that when they are sold out, they are sold out. Okay, so make sure you check our website for that cruise, the Local King's 6 stamping cruise leaving from Tampa in February 13 to 18. It's going to be so much fun. We did that 5 times before, and then we are thinking about running one Alaska cruise in September too. So if you are interested in Alaska cruise, leave a comment below and let me think what do you think about this handmade stencil. Hoping you pick up the idea and give it a try on your own project. And if you can post on the Local Kings Facebook page, that will be awesome. Like to hear from you. So that's everything for today, and don't forget for my YouTube video, I know a lot of you guys already own all those kind of stamps. So there is 30% plus 5% coupon code for you. Make sure you check it out. And for viewers, make sure you use the Happy Fall 5 to get that 5 extra % coupon code. So that's 35% in total. It's a very good discount. And then if you have the budget, take advantage of the free set of magic mushroom on the order over $200. Okay, so that's everything for today. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to give me a thumb up, not a finger, and see you next time. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.